Hey guys, Atreyu is back and I am so excited for today's video because it's going to be a little bit different. This is going to be a video all about Locs. You know, I had the idea a few weeks ago after watching one of Pretty and Purple's most recent videos that it would be a cool idea to get together a whole bunch of Lockers, especially the brothers, and to try to chronicle what a Loc journey actually looks like. So I've been reaching out to my various brothers in the Loc community, and many have obliged, and today's video will reflect the awesome collab that we have put together for you guys. So let me start out by thanking all the guys in this video. Thank you guys so much. It means the world to me that you agreed to be a part of this. You had no idea how much this type of video would mean to me because I didn't tell you. But I'm sure many of you have started to put the pieces together, and you know that my time on YouTube is dwindling down. So it's just awesome to be able to come together as a community, to come together with my brothers in the Loc community and put out a very special project, a very special video for the rest of the LocTube community. All right, let's get to the introductions. For those of you who don't know, I of course am Atreyu. I am 4 years locked. As you might guess, my locks are of the traditional form or style. My mom started my locks with comb coils, and I've been maintaining them ever since by myself by retwisting them for these 4 years now. So that's enough about me. Let's hear from the other guys.
What's up, y'all? Scrappy. Shout out to all the guys in this video. This thing took a lot of effort. Shout out to Seb because it took a lot of effort on his end to edit the video. So, you know, give him some props, you guys. My locks, I've had them for just about 7 months or so, somewhere right in there. I really haven't been keeping super strict track on it, but about 7 months. And I started my locks with a crochet hook, and I used that, and not a crochet hook as an interlocking. I started with a crochet hook like an actual hook that you would buy, you know, in the craft section from Walmart or Michael's or Hobby Lobby, whatever y'all have where you're from. That's what I started with. And so my stage may look a little different than somebody who has used other techniques because the crochet hook is almost like a cheat code when you start Locs.
What's going on? It's your boy Noel, and I'm back, y'all know, with another one. What's going on, Atreyu and Atreyu's fans, Sebbies? Yes, thanks again, Atreyu, for having me back on here. This is awesome. It's amazing. I am 21 months in the game right now, and this is the length of 21 months.
So what's up, guys? It's Jordan Oblivion, or Oblivion, whatever you want to call me. Recorded this on my partial part of the video for Atreyu 2 days ago, and I hated it. Like, I just did not feel comfortable in front of the camera, like, at all for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, it just goes to show you really can't force things like that. As you know, last time I had the manicure, the twisted locks, and this time I'm just letting my hair do its natural thing, what it wants to do. As you can see, it's standing up. Like, my hair used to fall down. Like, it's because there's no weight on it anymore, so it's just gonna stand up, the new growth. And that's how it really works. So if your hair is like laying down, let's say you have twisted locks and you want to transition into freeform. If your hair is laying down already, like, the more your hair is falling and hanging, the thinner your roots will be, even if you freeform. So, like, by me cutting my most of my twisted locks, it's gonna make my roots a lot thicker. I don't know why it works like that, but it just does.
What's good? It's your boy, Mr. Tae Love, and I started my Loc journey out with comb coils, and now I'm 2 years in the game.
All right, YouTube. You know, it's been a really long time. First and foremost, I want to say shout out to Atreyu for just having me in this little collab video. Shout out to everybody on the video too. You know, we're about to do something with this, but yeah, let me introduce myself really quick. So I'm Justin. You know, I got a YouTube channel. Atreyu will probably put it down in the description box, something like that. But yeah, I'm Justin. I started out with just comb coils, so you know, they just look like this. I've had these for 2 years and 10 months, so my 3-year video will be coming up here around the first week of October. So that's when I'll have my video out there. But yeah, I've had these for 2 years and 10 months. You know, it's really been a great journey. You know, I've had some ups and downs in the journey and everything like that. But yeah, that's me.
Hey, Tyree here, checking in for my guy, Atreyu. You can follow me on social media at TVTV_Tyree. That's TVTV_TYREE. I make music in a duo with my brother. We're called the Balcony Boys. You can find us on SoundCloud, Apple, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, YouTube, wherever you listen to music. If you just search Balcony, B-O-I-S-E. So if you have time, take a listen. As far as my career, I have a career in elementary education. I'm going back to school soon to get my master's in education. Now we can move on to the Locs. I'm at 7 years long. I've had my Locs for 7 years. I'll tell you guys this. First and foremost, 7 months in, you know, this phase of being locked, kind of that, you know, in between baby Locs and then getting to that year, it's a little different for me again. It's almost like I've had Locs for 2 years because of how I've treated this set and the things that I've done. It's just different for me than maybe it would be for somebody that was doing twists, where I pretty much got mature Locs all throughout my head. You know, none of them unravel, none of them do nothing funny. When I dyed them, nothing happened. You know, just because of kind of the method I use. But I can tell you guys the best part of this phase was early on when they stood up. I missed that. You guys can see they all lay flat now. I missed when they stood up, but that was probably the best part. I'd say now, maybe the best part is being able to pull them back. I can pull them back in a full ponytail if I want, or into a, you know, kind of like a half, or up on the pineapple. If I pull it back into a full ponytail, I do have to use a little bit of wizardry and you know, do a few things and tuck a few of the really far forward front ones down and in, because they don't go all the way back. But you know, that's kind of something you got to do anyway, until they're really long.
Most thing I would say I enjoy most about being at 21 months is the fact that I don't get retwists as often. In the beginning, I know I used to love getting retwists and all that good stuff, but now I really spaced them out. I wait like 2-3 months before I get a retwist. So like this, I haven't gotten a retwist in like a month right now. And depending on if I have an event coming up or whatever, I'll get a retwist. Like I'll call those like emergency retwists, but I generally don't get a retwist.
What's the best part of this phase? As you can see, I cut my hair and I'm going freeform now. So I would say the best part of this phase is not knowing how my hair is gonna turn out.
One of the best parts about this phase is that you get a little bit more versatile instead of having the real small locks, because I'm able to put my hair half up, half down. I can even put it into a ponytail, and I'm able to do different styles. And that's one of the best things.
I think the best part for me though about it is just growth, really. And it's like, obviously you got the growth of your hair and everything like that, but for me, for some reason, I don't know what it is, for some reason, like, I look at it like more than just hair, you know. I look at it like a growth in life, you know. So it's like, I look back on my like early videos and everything, and you know, I kind of think back to like where I was in life, like, you know, was I in school, or was I at this job, or was I hanging around with these people, you know, this is what I was doing, you know, that kind of thing. And you know, it's just like over time, you know, grow as a person, you know, you really do just grow as a person. And like my Locs really have made me realize, or they've made me really look deeper into everything, I guess. So like, you know, I'm, you know, just aware of like the growth in life and everything, and where I'm trying to go, where I'm at, and you know, where I came from.
I would say the best part of this phase is the length, quite honestly. It's just nice to be able to know that you put in the time, and now you're reaping the reward of being patient and of taking good care of
the best part about the phase I'm at right now is the fact that I got where I am now, because the beginning for me personally was rough. It kind of wasn't working out. Like first I went to a shop and got these big twists which weren't holding, and I only had like 30 Locs. And luckily I met someone who redid them for me, and she did them with box braids, which I didn't like either, but I had a feeling that they would turn out to be something I liked. So I stuck with it, and it paid off.
Okay, so as you know, I had the twisted Locs before, and they require patience, but I feel like freeforming is like a whole different beast, yo. Like, it's honestly so crazy. Like, to me, I've only had this for a week, and I'm already like looking at myself in the mirror like every day, like, progress progress, combination, congos, anything. And I really need to stop that because it's only been like 9-10 days since I cut my hair. Like with freeforms, I guess the actual worst part about it is having to learn a new level of patience, because you learn patience with twisted locks, but you do get to see growth every time you twist your hair. Even if it's not where you want it to be, you're still seeing growth. And with freeform, you really don't. You just have to like go through your days and monitor your progress to actually see change. That's the worst part in my opinion, which is not a terrible thing, it's just hard.
Having my hair in my eyes constantly. This is the natural way that my hair grows. My hair is always grown forward past my cowlick. I have a cowlick in like the very center of my head, and my hair grows forward and down, and it's always done that. I have some pictures on my Instagram of what my hair looks like without the locks when I brushed out my last set of locks. You guys can see in that picture that my hair grows forward and ahead of my head. So with locks, they naturally want to fall forward, and it's really hard for me to get them to lay back, because if I do this, you guys see that, you know what I mean? And it's really irritating. So not much I can do about it yet. When they get longer, it won't be such a big deal because they'll have enough weight on the ends of them to go all the way back. But right now I'm kind of in that in-between area where the only way to get them to stay back is to, you know, have one of these handy headbands and whatnot. So that's probably for me the worst part, is having my hair in my face. Things like driving, reading, that kind of stuff can be a chore, and so I always keep a headband.
Worst part, I'm gonna go with the 3 S's. You got sweating, sleeping, and showering. That's the 3 worst for me. Sweating is, I don't know, like I really feel sometimes, like especially when they get longer, like I really feel like they just make my head hot, or they just make me hotter than what it is. Like it could be 90 degrees outside, and I'll feel like I feel like it's 100 degrees. You know, it just makes everything hotter. Sleeping, you know, when they're short and everything like that, you can wear a do-rag and all that stuff. You know, when they get longer, you know, you might get a little lazy or anything like that. But for me, I don't really wear anything to sleep with anymore. I might wear like a satin scarf or whatever after I get them done. Like I might wear that for like a week. But after that, now I just kind of rock a headband to where my hair just like, you know, kind of stays back or on the side like this, and it doesn't really get in my face. But yeah, without that though, it's like sleeping on ropes, man. It really feels like sleeping on ropes. I'm just sitting here like, and it's just uncomfortable and everything like that. So I got to keep the headband on now. I mean, that's the thing. Like sleeping on them isn't cool. But at the same time, I don't really like wearing sleep caps, do-rags, that kind of stuff. I don't really like doing that anymore. So I mean, it's just, you know, it just comes with it. So the 3rd S, showering. That's a big one, man. Like, I mean, my biggest fear is like, what is it called? Dread rot. Like you can get mold or mildew that grows in your hair. And that really comes mainly from if you like sleep on wet hair or anything like that. And like, you know, you take a shower at night, you know, you gotta really make sure you dry your hair so you know that it doesn't like grow mold and mildew and all that stuff inside of it. So I mean, like that's a big fear still. But it's like, when my hair was short, I didn't really have to worry about that because my hair didn't really get wet. But now, like, especially this back part and everything, like this whole back right here, like all of this, every time I get in the shower, like every time it gets wet. I know people are gonna say just wear like a shower cap or something, but like, I don't know, man. I got a shower cap and I'll wear it like after a fresh retwist and everything because I don't want them to get wet or anything like that. But like, I don't know, like you really have to like stuff all your hair in there and stuff, and it's really doing too much, man. Like I don't really, I don't know, man. I guess I got lazy over the journey, but I don't like to do a lot anymore. So I'm just like, if my hair gets wet, it gets wet, and usually I try to, you know, get it all the way dry or let it all the way air dry before I go to sleep. Because yeah, I don't really want my hair to get like mold or to get like mildew or anything of that building up in there, because then that's like, it's like, you know, they said it smells pretty bad, and you know, you might actually see the mold growing in it and all that stuff, and I'm not really trying to deal with that. So yeah, I mean, that's really those 3 S's though. That's the worst part of having the dreads. I mean, there might be other minor things, but that's pretty much the worst part.
It's so crazy. There is something that I find super annoying about this phase. This is the first time I've ever had longer hair. I used to rock the low boys, you know, the brush cut or whatever the case may be. Now my hair is like touching my ear. It's like covering the ear a little bit. I'm like not used to having like hair touch different parts of my face. So like whenever I'm just not like thinking about it, that I have hair or whatever the case may be, it feels like I have like bugs crawling on me or something like that. So sometimes I'll catch myself going like, oh my goodness, what is that? And I'll be like, oh, I have hair. And like as of lately, it's been getting even worse. Like when I bend down to pick up anything, like the rubber band used to be my best friend, It still is. I'm still finding new ways to rock the hair rubber bands scrunchy thing. I don't use rubber bands. I use the hair ties or whatever the case may be. And it's starting, like, the hair is getting longer now, so it's flipping over the hair tie and touching my forehead. I'm like, oh my goodness, I thought I tied you back. I'm getting that kind of annoyed with that sometimes. Like, I'll bend down and be like, oh my goodness, it's like when it's in my face, when I don't want it in my face, it's like, oh my goodness. That, I would say that's the worst part
of this phase is that my locks get caught in everything. Whether it's a jacket, a shirt, a seatbelt, a door, they just get caught in everything. That is definitely the worst part of this phase.
If anything, I would have to say is, like, when I'm sleeping, if I'm laying on like a certain side and there are locks like under, picture me laying down if I'm like laying on top of my locks. If I want to flip over, I have to like actually get up and get off of my locks to flip over. And aside from that, they're kind of itchy on my skin, but that's not that bad. Aside from that, like if I'm like close to someone or giving a girl a hug, and she has earrings on, sometimes my locks get caught in their earrings. And if I move away too fast, then they'll be like pulled with it. Or, I don't know, I feel like it hurts them, so that's kind of bad too. Those are like the top two worst things.
The worst part about this phase is almost in that same category. You can only do so much because your hair is only so long and they only can reach to a certain point. So there's some styles that you can't even get into yet.
So, what I've learned so far, no matter what you do to your hair, no matter what products you put in your hair, it's not gonna grow any faster than what you're doing for it now, which is just having the patience, which you guys probably hear 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. Yes, patience, yes, it is. It is important. I know it gets redundant over time. You hear a bunch of people say, just be patient, your hair will grow. And it's very true. Your hair will grow, you just have to be patient. And what I've learned in this whole entire process is just to pretty much step outside the box and, you know, enjoy life for what it is, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about your hair growing, don't worry about anything else. Your hair is gonna grow naturally on its own. So all that time you are spending worrying about your hair, go spend it with your family, go spend it with your friends, go spend it having fun, live life to its fullest. And that's like the ultimate goal that I think I can say that I've learned in this whole process. Because I remember in the beginning, for me at least, I went out and bought a bunch of products. I went out and did the whole biotin regimen. I went out and did so much things just to see if my hair was gonna grow any faster than what it was. And 9 times out of 10, it doesn't. A lot of those products I feel didn't really work, or whatever the case may be. So what I could say to you guys is just be patient, take care of your hair, you know, wash your hair, condition it, do whatever you have to do. Pretty much just step outside the box and just enjoy life.
What I've learned about having locks, man, is patience, man. Patience is key. Making sure that you're not doing too much, using too many products, over tampering with your hair, man. Just kind of letting your hair just be. And that's part of the natural process of it. It's not really doing too much with it and not trying to over manicure your hair. And that's one thing that I had to learn, because I always wanted my locks to be neat. But as you see, man, I ain't had a retwist in a while, so it's like at this point now, it's cool. You know, it's cool. I didn't got used to
that
it.
not everything works for everybody, and that it's really important to do your own research, and it's really, really important for you to pay attention to your own hair and to your own locks. I don't care how many people are doing it a certain way. If that way isn't working for you, then abandon ship and try something else. Figure it out on your own, okay? Because we're all different.
What I've learned, honestly, 2 things. I've learned patience to a certain degree, and then I've learned don't hang on to something just because it's familiar, okay? That's a new thing that I've learned, and I thought I should share that with you, because I didn't know this. I knew this, but I couldn't apply it to my hair. I've applied it to my hair, I've applied it to friends in my life, I've applied it to people that are toxic and that I don't need in my life, like people that have the potential to hold me back and really aren't pushing me forward at all. So what I've learned is don't hold on to things just because they're familiar. It's a terrible idea. You'll feel bad about yourself, and it's just not the right path, okay? I promise you, I promise you. If you guys ever want to talk about something like that, you can always DM me on Instagram. I love helping.
I would say one of the things that I've learned so far in my lock journey, because I had a set before this set, you know, so I would say that, again, it's a little different, but I've learned not to rush things, man. Be happy with what you have and where you're at in the journey, because people put these expectations on what they want and when they gotta get it. And in reality, and I've said this a lot on my channel, I don't know, you know, if you guys have watched me those videos, you know I'm gonna sound like a broken record here, but people put a lot of unrealistic expectations on what they want their lock journey to be, and they disappoint themselves. So keeping my expectations realistic and not trying to rush things is probably the biggest lesson I've learned. And actually, it's taught me a lot about myself and, you know, my personality and you know, how patient I really am. Because a lot of locks is just having the patience to see it through to the other end.
What have I learned since having dreadlocks? I mean, you know, I was already pretty patient in life, like just in all aspects of life, you know. Patience is a good thing to have. But, you know, I just learned to be more patient. I also learned to just really be you know, like when you first start off with dreads, you know, you might be looking a little different, or, you know, you might not look how you want to look or anything like that, but you just gotta, you know, go with it. You know, you really gotta go with it. I mean, there really is no like ugly stage or anything like that. Like people, you know, they say like, oh, the ugly stage, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know, like, yeah, I remember like even when I first had these things, like in the very beginning, like, you know, my hair might be wild looking or whatever like that, but I'm a rock with that, you know. I'm just gonna go with this. So, you know, I learned to be like more confident, and like confidence and patience. You know, you really just, as time goes on, you know, you get more patient, you know, because this isn't really where I want to be. This isn't my ideal length. It's good, but, you know, I want to kind of be like down here or whatever like that. So, you know, I'm still trying to get there. You know, you just got to be patient. So, and then for confidence, you know, you just, you know, at the beginning, like I said, you might not look the way you want to look, but, you know, you just learn to love it, you know. So, I mean, that's confidence and patience is the two things that
I've learned from getting to where I'm at now. It's probably just like how much more patient I am than I thought I already was. Like, I knew I was patient already, but like that determination really came through. Like, I could have easily just took these out when I didn't like it. But I was determined. Like, I had a goal. I wanted something out of what I started, and now I'm here. So
my biggest advice for people is to wash their hair, man. Like, that's the biggest advice. Like, I mean, I was skeptical too about washing my hair at first, because, you know, there's like a myth or whatever that, oh, you shouldn't wash your hair until it locks, or oh, this and that, or blah blah, or it's gonna unravel and all that. Man, throw all that out the window. Like, throw it all out the window. Like, my biggest advice is to wash your hair. Like, I remember when I first started, I was getting my hair retwisted every 2 weeks. But then, like, after like a month or two, I started getting it retwisted like every month. And then now I get it retwisted like every, like, I try to get it retwisted every 2 to 3 months. I haven't had it retwisted in about 3 months, but I'm gonna see about that later. But anyway, back on the subject, yeah, you know, when I first started out, it was every like 2 weeks, and, you know, but then it went every month. But like, I would wash my hair after like 2 weeks, or you could wash it before that too. For me, it was just like 2 weeks was when I washed it. I would wash my hair after 2 weeks, and then like for the next 2 weeks, my hair would just be kind of, I don't want to call it wild, but it was wild, you know. It was unraveling a little bit and everything like that. But like, I mean, look at me now, man. Like, it locked fine. It really did. And I think it actually, like, they say clean hair locks faster. So like, that's the biggest thing. Like, you know, don't be afraid to wash your hair. Like, I mean, if you want to, you can wash it and then retwist it every time. But if you don't mind your hair looking like a little, I don't know, a little less uniform, then, you know, just go a week, go 2 weeks, and then get it retwisted. And if you don't believe me, like, you can go look at my early videos or whatever like that on my channel, and you can see what I mean by like less uniform and all that. But yeah, like, I mean, washing your hair, that's the biggest advice that I could give you. Like, don't be afraid to wash your hair. I promise you, like, I really, really promise you. Like, I was washing my hair, like I said, when I first started, I was washing my hair like every 2 weeks. And I'm telling you, after like a month, like, I really remember, like, it was one of them on this side, one of my locks on this side, I could feel it like locking up. And even after I would wash my hair, like, a lot of them would stay like in place and everything. So it's like, I mean, don't be afraid to wash your hair. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, wash your hair, man. Like, for real, wash your hair.
If you haven't started dreads yet, I would say take a serious dive into the different types of dreads, the different ways your hair texture can lock, and you figure out the way you want to do your hair, okay? Don't get your dreads twisted just because you're scared that you won't be able to get a job, or this or that, or this or that. You grow your hair, and then you cross that bridge when you come to it, okay? Have faith.
The best advice that I can give to newbies is to not obsess over your locks. It was only until I stopped thinking about my locks 24/7 that I felt like they really started to grow and take off. Now, of course, me not thinking about my locks has no direct correlation to them growing slowly or quickly, right? But the point is, the more you're focused on your locks, the more you're obsessed with them, the more you're obsessing over length, the longer it will seem to take for them to grow, the longer it will seem for you to actually get that length. So don't think about the length. Take care of your hair and then just live your life. Like really, just live your life. You have a life outside of your locks. While they're a part of your identity, they don't define you. They are not who you are when you look at your sum total. It's just a portion, it's a fraction of who you are and how you choose to express yourself right now. So just give them what they need, take care of them, but don't obsess over them, and I think you will be pleasantly pleased and surprised.
I would say that the best advice that I could give to you know, any of the new guys out there, anybody that's just starting their very first set of locks, you know, you've never had locks before, or it's been a super long time, so you're pretty much fresh back in the game. I would say, you know, kind of piggybacking off my last statement is to be realistic with your expectations, but I think something that's really, really important that sometimes people forget to talk about is having an established wash routine long before you start your locks. Have that wash routine that will follow you into your lock journey, because without that, you can create problems for yourself if you're washing too much, and you can create problems for yourself if you're never washing your hair at all. You know, you need to have a healthy lock routine. There's always been this common misnomer among people that don't have locks. And, you know, side note real quick, I went to the doctor the other day, and my doctor was shocked when I told her I washed my hair. And that's a misnomer. People think that you don't have to wash your hair, or that you don't wash your hair when you have locks. So my advice is to have a healthy wash routine that works for your skin, for your hair, and for the promotion of locks. So neglecting it so much that you're not washing it at all is terrible, and micromanaging your hair so much that you're hurting your locks is also obviously just as bad, maybe worse, you know, because then you're just never going to get locks. So, you know, having a healthy wash routine is key and very important.
So the best advice that I can give the newbies, the ones that are under 21 months and just on the come up of having dreadlocks, is A, get yourself a bonnet. Yes, get yourself a bonnet. Bonnet saves lives. Not even gonna lie. The bonnet is like the best thing ever. In the come up, I went through do-rags, bonnets, scarves, all sorts of stuff. I tried them all. And the bonnet was the best thing that worked for me when you're sleeping at night or just chilling around the house and you just don't feel like having your dreads in your face. Even to this day, I'm now like debating on going back to when I'm at home, just rocking the bonnet all day. When I'm at home, like chilling. When you're out and you're sweaty or whatever the case may be, your hair is eventually gonna dangle like it is right now in front of your face, eyeballs, whatever. When you're driving, it becomes a freaking obstacle. So you need something to just push it back, just have it sticking up like this or whatever the case may be for whatever it is you're doing. Trust me, it gets annoying. I wouldn't suggest really rubber bands, because rubber bands, when you take out rubber bands out of your hair, it can rip out some of your hair on the process of coming out. So, but hair ties definitely, they work like a glove. It's amazing. But yeah, bonnets have multiple purposes in my book. Definitely for sleeping, because I still rock the bonnet to this day. And one last thing, for the ones that have starter locks that are just starting out, I would say get yourself a do-rag only for the sole reason for washing your hair, okay? A lot of people will say don't wash your hair when you have starter locks or whatever the case may be. You can still wash your hair when you have starter locks. Put that do-rag in your head and tie it really, really tight and snug. Go in the shower, hit those spots that are like itching you the worst, and put a little soap in there, scrub it really good with the do-rag on, and hop out of the shower. Leave the do-rag on for a little bit while you're out of the shower until your hair dries a little bit, then take the do-rag off. You'll find that your starter locks will stay intact, and it just might be a little frizzy. But frizziness is your best friend, okay? Don't be afraid of frizz, and I preach that in all my videos. Do not be afraid of frizz. Frizz is your best friend.
One of the best advice that I can give you, man, is to research about what type of locks you want, exactly, from if you want the cone coil, freeform, whatever. Find somebody that you can pay attention to that has a lock journey that you can focus in on, that you can have a goal to reach that goal as well, that's gonna motivate you through your journey. And then again, just have
If I could give any
patience.
advice to someone who's just starting locks, it would definitely be to learn to do everything on your own. In the beginning, of course, you're not gonna know, so ask who you need to ask, do your research, see what works for you. After you figure things like that out, then start to do everything on your own. It took me a while to start to retwist my own hair because I just wasn't doing that well. I guess because I wasn't really practicing, but for the past 2 years or so, I've been doing that all on my own. I wash, condition, dry my own hair. I can't style hair personally, but that's okay. I'm fortunate enough to know people who can style my hair for me for free, and it doesn't even take that long. You can potentially save a lot of time and money learning to do things on your own. And if you can't do it on your own, that's fine too. Or if you just don't want to, that's also fine. Some people don't have the patience to like sit there and do it all on their own. And another thing about my length in particular, there's times where I run into someone who I haven't seen in a long time. One of the first things they notice after speaking to me is like the length of my hair, and they're like not envious or anything, but pretty much in disbelief. I get that kind of often. Like if I run into someone who I haven't seen in a bit, they'll look at my hair and say, well, how your hair can't be that long? Or these extensions, and they're certainly not extensions, but yeah, just a disbelief factor, which I'm cool with. I mean, it kind of makes sense. My hair does grow, I think, unusually fast, which I also think like diet plays a big factor in how fast someone's hair can grow. Drinking water, fruits and vegetables, stuff like that, healthy choices.
I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know. A lot of it comes down to, you know, if I go bald or not. Because the guys in my family have gone bald, and I'm not bald. You know, and I'm not even showing signs of balding. I thought I was balding but before I had locks, and I used to have the fade cuts and whatnot. I thought I was going bald, but I was wrong. I'm not even going bald. So I don't know, man. Just, you know, I'll see it out. Let's see what happens. If I don't go bald, I'm probably gonna keep them for a long time. I don't know. There may come a point where I just start trimming them, because I don't know that I want them so long that they become kind of a hassle. You know what I mean? I see some people. I saw a guy recently who had them. They were so long that they had caused traction alopecia from the sheer weight of his locks. And so, you know, I don't want to have that happen, because it did also look kind of painful, to be quite honest with you. So I don't want that, but, you know, otherwise, I plan on keeping them for as long as I can. You know what I mean? I don't have a job where I would be, you know, pressed to cut my locks. So that's always a plus. So for me, it's just kind of however long I feel like having.
How long do I feel like I'm gonna have my dreadlocks, or how long am I growing my dreadlocks out? It seems like the answer to this question changes week by week for me. I originally said I wanted it to the nipple area. You know, I don't know if you guys can see it, like right here down to my nipples or whatever the case may be, and then I'll keep it trimmed from there. But as of lately, I've been seeing my cousin's dreadlocks, and his dreadlocks are down to his butt. And I think I want mine there. That's probably what's gonna end up happening. Not even gonna lie, because I'm gonna be like, I don't want to cut off anything because I love them so much. I'm gauging probably about next 10 to 11 years. We'll see what happens.
I plan to keep them forever. I love having dreads on my head. I thought I was gonna keep my twisted locks forever, but I realized, like, bro, I don't need to hold on to this just because I took so long growing them. If they're holding bad energy, and if I feel like I can benefit from dropping the weight that those locks carry, not literally weight, because they're very light, but dropping the weight that those locks carried, or anything carries, I feel like that makes you a strong person, because you're not so clingy to like what's familiar in your life, because you really shouldn't be clingy, because a lot of things may be familiar to you and you're used to a lot of things. It's the same thing as an addiction. You can be familiar to smoking cigarettes every day, but doesn't mean it's good for you. It's the exact same thing with people, the exact same thing with hair, the exact same thing with food. It can be applied to so many areas of life, and it's unbelievable that I didn't know this before. I figured all these things out myself, watching people on YouTube that inspired me. Hopefully I inspire you. You know, but that's topics for another video, but that is how long I plan to keep my locks.
I plan on keeping my locks like long. I'm not gonna let them go down my back or nothing, but my all-time goal is right here, man, to my chest, like to my chest, right up under the chest, actually. And that's like my goal length, and that's where I probably plan on
Initially,
staying.
my goal was to have my locks for locks, dreads, I call them either. But my initial goal was to have them for 2.5 years to 4 years at max, like minimum 2.5 years, 4 years maximum. I'm at 2 years, 10 months right now. And you know, I was having some thoughts about cutting them off, but I'm gonna keep them at least for 3 years. So I mean, my goal, I'm gonna say my goal has shifted. My goal now is 3 to 5 years. Do I really see it going past 5 years? Probably not. But it'll at least, you know, I'm gonna have it at least for 3 years. So that's my lock goal.
As far as how long I plan on keeping my locks, well, you're just gonna have to wait for my 4-year lock update, aren't you? I thought you were gonna get me. Nah, brother's still on top of it.
How long do I plan on keeping my locks? For the rest of my life. I might trim them one day, but as far as cutting them at the roots, I never plan on doing that. It's not in my future at all.
I guess this is my longest dreadlock right here. Comes like right here, which is pretty dope. Yeah, hopefully not too close to the camera so y'all can see. Rocking the high top dreadlocks, all right? So that means my sides are all shaved. High top dread game for life, that's
Okay.
what I say.
Up close, see that? You can still see like the dyed hair and stuff. Here, okay. That is my hairline, I am so sorry. I don't maintain my hairline, I don't cut my hair anymore, like I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna let everything that's on my head just grow. Mustache, beard, sideburns, all of it. I might shave it a couple of times just because it's still growing like, I mean, I don't know. I'll probably just leave it just because I do that anyway, but it is still kind of growing baby hairs and I feel like shaving does help it, but I don't want to shave anymore. Close up of a lock. I think my favorite one is probably this one right here. I don't know if it pulls any with it. But yeah, this one's my favorite because it's the only one that's actually congoed without me help. I did help it actually. But it is my favorite one because it is my most visible Congo. A lot of the ones that were combined earlier on in my journey, like see this one, were 2, but obviously twisted them into 1 and then just became 1. So it's kind of not a Congo anymore. It is, but you know, who wants to get into the technicalities, right? Also, y'all can see the back of my head. There's a whole bunch of like made Congos that I made back when my hair was longer. But yeah, this one right here, see how thick that root is? Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited, dude. Like, this new journey is gonna be crazy, man. I'm so excited to see how my sides grow out, how this starts to like form and stuff. Like, I'm just excited for the whole thing.
Let me give y'all some views real quick though, man. Let y'all see what 2 years look like, real talk. We go to the side, man. Today is my watch day, y'all, so excuse the locks. Here go the back of it, man. This is what we looking like. As you see, it's touching my back finally. That's that side mark. We give y'all little shakers. This is what that shake look like. When you get to this level, you don't want to shake too much because it hits you in the face and actually kind of hurt.
But like a little spinny chair, so I'll do that really quick and then I'll give you guys a close-up. So here's the front look. You've been seeing that all video. Here's the top, left side. Here's the right side. Here's the back. The back. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I got like a taper on the side or whatever. I haven't cut it in a while, but like, it's just hair that grows here now, but usually I get it cut up and everything, so, and that's on both sides, so. And then as far as like a close-up, so here's like a close-up of a lock. I'm gonna show you guys one of my least favorite locks right here. This one right here is a close-up of it. Only reason why this is one of my least favorite is because it curves, like, especially when it gets wet, it really like curves like a microphone or something, and it really like, and I don't like that. You know, I want mine, you know, most dreads, you know, they just come straight down, but this one really like, especially when it's wet, it'll curve like this. and it's just so weird. But because it also seems like, you know, it's uneven with the other one. I think this is, it's either this, it might be this one. Like these ones, like when this one curves, it looks like this. Like this one will come all the way down to here, and then this one will sit like right here, and it's so weird. But yeah, this is it. And like I said, I haven't had a retwist in about 3 months, so bear with me. But yeah, this is, back up so you can see all of this. That's it right there. So yeah, that's it. Close up, like I said, no retwist in about 3 months. Don't judge me. And yeah, that's it. So yep, we got a little bit of shake.
All right, so it is time to give you that 360. I do not have a fresh retwist right now. You won't be seeing that look until my final video, which is my 4-year lock update video. So stay tuned for that. But here's the 360. Alright, there's one lock back here that I saw earlier that I was really digging. It's a two-headed dragon that I will show you if I can find. Ah, here it is. So at some point during my retwist, I made the conscious decision to combine those two, not necessarily because either one was too thin, but because I think it was one of those times when I had not retwisted for like 2 or 3 months, maybe even 4, and I was like, yeah, this is too tangled together to try to untangle without doing some damage, so I just left it together. But I just thought it was really cool how you can clearly see the 2 locks going into one, and now it's thicker together, so it's really cool. Alright, let me give you a close-up on one of my locks. Alright guys, so this is an example of what my locks look like, what they are looking like at 4 years locked. In this particular area it's a little bit flat, but you can see the hair is super matted. And you can also see that there is a lot of frizz, which, as you guys know, does not bother me. I like how you can even see that little perfect curl on the... Sorry, I'm looking in the mirror, so I'm trying to think what you guys will see. On the right hand side of the screen, right there, that little perfect little curly cute thing. It's really cool. But yeah, this is what my locks, this is what they are looking like right now. And you notice as you get to the older part of the lock, the frizz becomes less and less. But the higher up you go, you can expect a lot of frizz. It's really fine, so it's hard to see. But
now guys, give you guys a little close up of my locks. Get this headband off. I have them in rope twist right now. That's my favorite all-time hairstyle. I wear it pretty frequently. So it takes away from the length a little bit, but you can follow me on YouTube or subscribe, or just go watch. You can search like Lock Journey. I think I pop up somewhere in the top few, probably, hopefully. My YouTube's under like James Tyree, I think. So you can look up there. Check the texture. Did some dye, a little light brown. Very frizzy on mine. I used to care about that. There was one time where I literally like took some little scissors and trimmed along the body of the locks, but I wouldn't do that again because it doesn't really bother me. I don't know what I was thinking then. Part of growth and development. Minds change. But yeah, I'm Tyree. These are my locks. Shout out to my guy, Atreyu. 7 years in for me. I'll be dropping another video the 18th of this month. If you guys want to go to my YouTube, look at it, check it out. Don't forget to check out the music if you got time. Follow me on social media if you want at TV_Tyree. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks again to Atreyu for letting me do this video. You guys probably be shocked to see me. I haven't done a video in so long, but just know October, first week of October, whatever, I'll have a video for you guys. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. So peace.
Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did enjoy this, don't hesitate to subscribe to your boy's channel, Atreyu, because he's like one of the dopest lockers on this website. And don't hesitate to hit me up, you know what I'm saying? Noel Got vlogs, we're doing it all over there. We got music, we got vlogs, we got family, we got all sorts of love and awesome. And we welcome anybody to our channel. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Matter of fact, have a blessed day. It's your boy Noel. Till the next episode, I'm out.
Thank you, Atreyu, for asking, to do this collab. Even though I cut my hair, I really appreciate, still trying to integrate me into everything. And I feel like, almost feel like a special guest in the videos now because I'm the only one who cut my dreads. And when he first asked me, I did not expect that this was gonna happen. I thought I was just gonna do a normal dreadlock update thing for you guys. But as life and days move and pass and things change, and so here I am. Peace out, guys.
Yeah. Stay blessed, stay locked. It's your boy, Mr. Tae Love.
So Mr. Tae Love, I apologize. I don't mean to step on your toes. Initially, I was going to let you take the video out because you're always so energetic. You just have so much charisma and energy, and I thought it was a great ending. But I've been editing this video, working with all the pieces that you guys have given me, and I was just so moved by it as I've been editing. When you edit a video, you're able to get really intimate with it, and I feel a great love for not only this collab, but for what it represents. And it really touched me to think about the 7 of us coming from completely different backgrounds and places, and just having different experiences, maybe even different beliefs, but then being able to come together to make something great. I believe this video is. I've been editing for 9 hours now and I'm not really tired. It's I want to keep going. I want to make this as great as it can be because you guys are great, and to be honest, because you guys, you're the heart of this project and you have made it great. And so I don't want to disappoint you. But I got really I was just really touched just now, as I was kind of reviewing it. It's 45 minutes right now. It's going to be longer after I add this clip, but 45+ minutes, and yeah, I was just touched by the fact that we're all so different, in the way we speak, in what types of locks we have, and we're able to come together for something that's bigger than us, and I believe this video can serve as a microcosm for what actually can exist in the world if people just open their minds and open, more importantly, their hearts, to do away with all of the divisiveness and to do away with all of the hatred and prejudice. And this is just not for people of different races, but it's also for people within the same race. The prejudice that even occurs between a dark-skinned black person and a light-skinned black person, there's just so much prejudice and so much hatred that people are not even aware of, and it's just passed on from one generation to the next and to each of the successive generations. And so I am just very proud of this project. I'm so grateful that you guys agreed to do this with me. It would not have been the same without you. And I would love if you guys can make video responses and post them on your channel so I can check them out. Just talking about the whole experience, recording and making your videos for this main video. Give me your thoughts on the final video and tell me what you think a video like this can actually achieve, what it can do for the lock community. That would be wonderful. So yeah, this video is long, but I still don't want it to be an hour because God only knows how long that would actually take to upload to YouTube. So I'm going to end it now, but I just really want to thank ScrappyLocs. Thank you, bro. I want to thank Noel Got vlogs. Thank you, bro. I want to thank Jordan Oblivion. It's been a privilege, dude, having you on here. I want to thank Mr. Tae Love. I appreciate you taking time out of your very, very busy schedule to contribute to this project. You haven't even been posting on your channel, but you were willing to cut a video for me to post on mine, so I really appreciate you. Justin Jackson, I want to thank you, bro. You know, it's been years now, but I still see you as like my little brother, and it was wonderful being able to work with you on a project and just all the back and forth that we had. So thank you for also carving time out of your schedule to be a part of this. And last but not least, of course, James Tyree, aka TVTV_Tyree. Bro, thank you. I started watching your videos when I had started Locs, so it's an understatement to say that I look up to you, and your journey has definitely been inspired. I remarked one time in one of your videos, one of your update videos, that it's so cool to have someone who I looked up to when I was just a beginning locker that still has his Locs. And yeah, you're definitely that guy. This video would not have been the same without you, with your 7 years of experience and wisdom that you were able to bestow upon us. So thank you, sir. All right, thank you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. For everyone watching this, feel free to comment below, give your thoughts. And as always, please learn to love unconditionally, because loving with conditions are hard to not really love at all. Atreyu is out.